That's it, and that's all. But all in all, let's go ahead and move forward and jump into our next topic, and that's going to be the Blue Crew Daily. The Dodgers offense flat again as they lose 4-2 and now face a 2-0 deficit heading back to Phoenix. Man, this is just it's very unthinkable right now, but it is what it is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It just truly is. You know what I mean? And there's nothing that you can really do about it. It's baseball. It happens. You know what I mean? And pretty much with that, the Dodgers have to. It's not even that they have to understand. They know that if they don't win, the season's over. It's simple. They win, the season continues. It's not hard. It's not going to be, you can't put any pressure on yourself. You've been in this situation in elimination games before, okay? You're a team that played some of the best baseball throughout the whole season. And literally, we're getting to the end, and it's almost the same movie that Dodger fans have been going through for the last 50 years, 60 years. Damn, ever since Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like, literally, the Dodgers' whole just history is losing. And it's not losing like where they're like teams like the Royals and the A's and the Rockies losing 100 games a year, multiple times, throughout time. No, the Dodgers are different. They're the worst type of loser where you can get all the way to the biggest game, but you always figure out a way to lay down. And that's where the Dodgers really get everybody in LA so just to the point where they don't care no more. And last night, the fans went absolutely berserk because of what happened. There was like 35 fights that I saw this morning. I know there was way more than that, but there was so many just altercations because the frustration of the Dodgers losing again and losing to a division rival that they usually just beat down. Like, the Diamondbacks aren't an issue. They've never been an issue for the Dodgers. Even when the Diamondbacks were a good team, the Dodgers always figured out ways to beat them. Now the Dodgers are sitting here, lost the first two games, but you have a hot team in the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks won 2 games in Milwaukee. They come to LA. They won 2 games here, hot hitting, just coming into the playoffs in general because they had to really fight to get into the playoffs. The Dodgers got to chill for 2 weeks, but they still tried to act like a team that had to get into the playoffs. But a few days off should not really be a factor in the way that your team is playing. This Dodger team knows how to score runs. They know how to pitch games. It's just everything kind of just went to ass this weekend. Let's keep it real. Saturday, there was pressure there. Dodgers came in there a little too cute, thinking that, Clay's going to take care of business. He'll eat up the Diamondbacks. It didn't work out like that. Bobby Miller came into the game last night. Starter, everybody's excited. He's the young pitcher. Everybody's into it. But the problem is that he's a rookie. And so what happens the first at bat? He walks the guy. Now we're overthinking. And we overthought ourselves into loading up the bases. And then what happens is we give up 3 runs. So our confidence is gone down. Even though he got pulled out early in the game, still, that wasn't good for a guy like Bobby Miller, who's been confident in every type of scenario because once again, he didn't get any runs. And that's what's killing me with the Dodgers at the end of the day. They got 4 guys that have 100 RBIs apiece, and they've wound up actually not being able to do much of anything in this series. And it winds up once again, the Dodgers have been outscored in Los Angeles 15-4 by a Diamondbacks team that rarely is able to score that much on the Dodgers. And pretty much their first 2 pitchers, the Dodgers own them until these last 2 games. And that's because the offense is overthinking and the pitching is overthinking. The Dodgers got to stop thinking so much. They got to remember exactly who they are. Now, I know right now this sounds crazy, but it's not. When you're down 0-2 in the playoffs and you're the better team in baseball, you really go with the idea that it ain't over till it's over. And I've seen this movie too many times to where a team jumps out 2-0, and then next thing you know, they lose 3 straight. The Diamondbacks are a perfect candidate for that because the Diamondbacks struggled at home late in the season. They were really good on the road. And that's what I'm kind of seeing here with the Diamondbacks is that they took the momentum of making the playoffs, having to fight for the playoffs the final 2 weeks of the season, and then they get into the games with the Brewers. The Brewers come in there kind of lackadaisical, kind of coasting a little bit, autopilot. They get beat. Dodgers come in here coasting a little bit, autopilot. They get beat. But last night the Dodgers were really fighting. It's just they could not. They couldn't get the gimmies last night. But I feel going to Arizona, they'll have a new confidence to them that it's win or go home. And they'll finally have that in the back of their head because it's really happening. While the Diamondbacks will be comfortable knowing that they got 3 more opportunities to win this series. That's how they'll be thinking about this series at the end of the day. They think that they've already swept because now everybody's in love with the Diamondbacks. And that's the worst thing you could do to a team that's still vulnerable in a sense. And I know it sounds crazy because they've been playing so well, but we will see exactly who they truly are when we get to Phoenix. I'm dead serious because the Dodgers have a tendency when their back is against the wall and they got to go to Arizona, they show up and they win the game. And they win the games that they got to win. So until Arizona can prove to us that they can beat the Dodgers in their house, then this series is still going on. And don't let people get you out of your element. This is baseball. Baseball has no time clock. Baseball it's not, and even in the NBA, there used to be teams that went down 0-2 and still wind up winning the series. If you're the better team, you can overcome. You truly can. And the Dodgers have to show us that they're the better team. We know that they're the better team, but they have to show us that they're the better team. They got Lance Lynn going on the mound. That's almost like, okay, damn, we're already asking for us not to win the game. But in reality, you are bringing in the guy that should have started game 1 because he's a power pitcher, and this is going to be the guy that's going to make it really difficult on the Diamondbacks. Mark my words. So, with that, I'm going to be crazy right now, and I'm not trying to be a homer or anything. I just believe in what this Dodger team can do, and I'm going to look right at the camera and say that they come back in this series. And if they don't come back in this series, oh well, because I've been here before. But I believe the Dodgers can go ahead and win 3 in a row. I know y'all was thinking like, what's he going to do, stop the show or something? No,